Welcome to the George FTTV YouTube channel. Today we'll discuss how we went for round 19, so should be good. And yeah, scored 2,447 and ranked went down from 181 to 272. Kind of sucks, but yeah, it would be nice to get top 100, but it's going to be tough. Not having Grundy is a big problem. Not much we can do about it. It's impossible now with one trade and no money left. So yeah, did 2 trades, so we'll get to that because we had a fair few injuries and suspensions last week. Nick Martin, Sherry, Rosie we held. Hopefully he comes back within the next week or two, which would be nice. But McCarthy can cover it in the meantime. He's been reasonable. So yeah, didn't get around to watching a lot of footy today. Brought in Mize as a pod, and I almost don't want to watch Geelong games because I don't like watching players who don't have good roles for SuperCoach and owning them. So I almost don't want to watch like Geelong, but I didn't watch much footy. Went for a hike this morning, which was good. Try and go every 2 or 3 weeks, either to Morialta Falls or Mount Lofty. So if you know any good spots in Adelaide, let me know. So that's been going good. Always try and do like healthy stuff for the body, but the body kind of been broken for a long time in terms of physical, but not so much injuries, but like health wise. But I've been doing a bit of intermittent fasting and being a little bit stricter on it and low carb, and bought up not keto, but just low carb, moderate protein, moderate fat. A bit hard to have too much fat because I don't know if people are into that stuff, but it's hard to get so many fats in your system. There's not a lot of options, and it can be a bit heavy on digestion. But I think intermittent fasting's been good. Eating from 10 to 8 or 10 to not 10 to 8, 12 to 7 or 12 to 8, depending on when I get home. But I think I like the 7-hour window at the moment. So if anyone does that, let me know. What are your experiences with it? But I like it. Feel a bit better on it. In terms of energy and digestion's the main one for me, which causes me a lot of grief. So that's the improvement, and we'll take that. But that was my boring Sunday talk or whatever. But we'll get into. This time of year, it's like I'm not going to be able to pod this week, so I'll be away. But if we did, there'd be nothing to talk about. But I guess we can go through. I want to check a few players. So apparently Myers played mid, and I did see there was a screenshot or like a infographic, whatever it's called, graphic of Nas played full-time mid, scored 150, and I wasn't sure if Nas could play inside mid. I'm not sure if his contested game was there or not, but must have been there today. But let's see what happens. Dacos scoring 72. This is, if we want top 100, we need Dacos to do well, Josh Dacos, to score close to Sinclair. So if Nas is gone in the midfield, that means there's more ball for Sinclair down back. That's a big problem. I thought we needed a bit of relief from not owning Sinclair because Nas was getting so much ball, but now it's a bit of a problem. So if Dacos can just get within 10 points a week, that'd be great. I want to see his mid-time. I don't think it was much from what I read. Colby got tagged, so Dean Cox has tagged so many of it. I think it's been tagged the 2 Freo boys. I can't remember if he tagged anyone else. I feel like he has, but regardless, Mike Copper Whitfield tag this. Whitfield, Mike Copper Jordan tag. If you're the Giants, you're probably tagging Finn Callahan, but is he too big to tag? I don't know, for a Jordan type. So for me, Jordan's tagged Whitfield. He tagged him twice last year, one successfully, one Whitfield was pretty good against him. So do they go to Ash, Green? It's hard to tag Green or Finn, I think. So I think they're going to go to Whitfield. That's going to be annoying. But Colby got tagged after quarter 2, and he barely touched it. After quarter time, he was on, I think, nearly 40, and then the rest of the game kicked a goal late. But just got clamped, and you could see Colby was trying to run into space, and just Jordan was glued to his hip, basically. But we need Dacos to score well. McKercher, both are very low owned, so Dacos more so. So when you have 2 pods that score nothing, that's your problem. So If we get a bit more out of those two, we might be okay. Top 100, I think the odds are against us, but yeah, we'll see. Bont was our captain. It was a hard week for captains. There were a lot of good captain scores, but there were a lot of bad ones too. Like if you went a Dawson, if you went a Butters, who I saw a fair bit of captaincies there. So those were two that were in my consideration. I think Butters probably would have been my captain if Bont went under 115. So a bit lucky there. But yeah, Finn McGuinness went to Butters, and Dawson, he went off with a bit of a sore calf for a bit. I think it might have been a knock because he came back on, but yeah, he limped off in quarter 2. Wasn't probably going that great anyway, but yeah, I think Dawson's very team orientated. He's like, he'll play wherever. He doesn't really mind if he's not getting a stack of ball and the team's winning. He's said that before, so that's all right. But yeah, we just, when in doubt, go for Marcus Bontempelli and call it a day. Usually you get a 120 at least. A couple of bad ones this year, but other than that, it's been really good. Mids were good, so I think Sarong at 500k obviously had that bad one against Jordan, but I think there's no more tags. So West Coast, I don't think they could put Hewitt on him, but it's not going to be a massive tag. He hasn't scored well against Carlton, but Port Adelaide don't think will do much. Like Drew's, like whatever. Brisbane no tag, Dogs no tag. So I think Sarong is if you need someone at 509k, I think he is a good option at that price. So brought in Gawn for Sherry. Yeah, I thought about holding Sherry, but then I thought we're just gonna get destroyed because Gawn's got like a lot of green matchups and so does Grundy. So I thought we're just getting destroyed if we don't make a move here, and hopefully that 5 weeks one trade's a bit of a worry, but I think a lot of us copped it pretty bad last week, and plus Cordwell, and all of a sudden your trades are gone, and yeah, you just sort of play for upside, and I guess the upside is we don't get injuries and we have Gawn instead of a donut at R2, and we don't have to cop a 50 that dropped off. So that's that. Rowan, let's go through CBAs quickly. Probably should look at right contests for Rowan. 70. Okay, so probably same as last week. So it's definitely a drop here. Geelong easy matchup too. So I think we're going to lose 10, 20 points a week on this maybe. So that's a bit annoying. Over 5 weeks, 100 points. That could be the difference between 100 and 200 or whatever. So that's a little bit tough. I don't think Dacos got much CBAs. Let's have a look. Of the Josh, I mean. Oh, 22. It's alright. He can still score in either role. Oh yeah, I brought in Jack McRae in this format. I'm bringing in Teakle and Sarong. Teakle, I think he's going to play first ruck. So, and yeah, I've had to hold Horn Francis because I had so many injuries, but fantasy back next year, but this year a bit of a write-off, unfortunately. Can happen. What am I looking at? Who's the other role? So Nas got full-time mid. Oh, we could have just looked at that. Yeah, 79%. So McRae's dropped. Okay, I just brought him in fantasy. Yeah, nice. Yeah, that's not good. I mean, it's perfectly fine for St Kilda at the end of the year. It might as well try stuff. And Myers was the other one. What's Myers playing midfield in like under 70 tog or something? 42, like completely random. I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. It can't be too bad, but yeah, very random. So yeah, we brought in Gawn and Myers for Martin and Sherry, and I could have gone Humphrey and Grundy. I liked Gawn and Myers combo because I didn't really love Humphrey that much because I think he actually said at one point in the year he saw himself as a small forward. Oh, this is a decent run apart from Gawn this week for Rowan, but last 4. Oh, that's a really good last 4. Briggs been not too bad since injury free though, but yeah, this week might be a little bit rough. That's okay. Yeah, Humphrey scored badly, but I think Gold Coast, they'll be back at home. Probably need a few easier matchups. Yeah, Richmond. I think you just got to ride the ups and downs with Humphrey. But a lot of people did tank F6 to get Grundy, and I don't blame you because it's a lot of points and it's a lot of captain points too. So, and yeah, forward line's sort of just going. Midfield, like I said, Dunks has been really good lately. I think Neil sort of dropped off for whatever reason. I guess it's part of the reason. Yeah, this has been quite good. 5 round of 115. So yeah, Dunks has been good for us. Been a good pickup for, I think it was 530 or something, 540, something like that. In their forward line is like, it's just been 80s and 90s non-stop from these guys. The odd 100 plus. Like this is Warner's first ton for, I think it's nearly 3 months, I think. 2 months. Since round 8, it's round 19. So yeah, nearly 3 months. Petrarca's another one just going, so playing alright, but not scoring that great. I mean, it's alright. There's not a lot to gain in the forward line. If you went to Matt Kennedy, I think you'd be very happy. I got scared off by the CBA drop last week, but I think he couldn't get near it in the first half, so they just put him forward. So, but yeah, Kennedy looks like the one that, yeah. But how, this is ridiculous. My Grind Myers is my F1. I thought when we have like McRae and Baz and Petrarch and all these stars, or like all Australians and whatnot in this forward line, and Myers F1 half forward, can't believe it. That's it. Usually we do trades. We'll check for captains this week. Yeah, only 12-minute video. I think we can wrap it up now. But yeah, for my team, it's just Antipod, Sinclair, need Dacos, need McKercher, need a captain to go with Grundy, and need Myers. They're probably the main ones that need a fire. Probably need Rosie back too. Just going to assume he's back. Whitfield can go and flex because he's lowest price. Round 19's done, so round 20. Hawthorn versus Carlton's nothing. So and this is a thing like last week. West Coast and Richmond played each other. I didn't have any Sydney players apart from Warner against North. So it's like, yeah, that's one thing I was thinking about as well. So if you look at the ladder, we're basically, you have just a lot of rubbish teams. So I think St Kilda, like, they're losing a lot. I feel like they're not playing that bad though. But, Carlton, no good. Melbourne, no good. They can play okay, but no good, right? Richmond, no good, but they're playing like okay. North, West Coast, completely no good. So we need to find captains against these. Like, the top 10 is quite strong. Port Adelaide's sort of just there. Like, I don't know, a bit of no man's land. And then below that, it's just total garbage. Some of these teams will be fine in time, but, right now, like, you got a captain against North and West Coast and Richmond, especially Essendon. They don't have a list. So, like, who's the worst team right now? It's probably Essendon. Now, when they get their players back, it won't be the case. But, yeah, this week was a hard week because, like, I didn't have any Giants, I didn't have any Swans, and then the others played each other. So, we need to find players that play these bad teams and captain them and hope that we can deal with it. Like, not get completely destroyed by Grundy in these easy matchups. But I have hope that Briggs can do okay against Grundy this week, and probably lucky as well because Laddams came on and they rested Grundy, so it probably could have been a 170. And if they left CCJ on, who can't ruck at all, it would have been a 220 score, I think. Honest to God, that's what I would have thought. So we got the Dogs mids against Essendon. You could go English because they're playing like second rucks and stuff. I didn't mind English as an option. I think his ratio was pretty bad, but his run's okay from here. It's just 1 week, but Bont sticks out here. It's hard to not BC Bont against Essendon right now. They have no team. Their mids are all injured. Who were they playing in there? They were playing some random players in there, like to the point where like Perkins couldn't get a go in there. Let's have a look. Like Dylan Shield, they're playing in there. Like Gresham, like McGrath in there, for goodness sake. So yeah, they're just injured as hell. So it's Bont VC. We'll lock that in. Nothing here. Dunkley seems to like playing in the slop at Gold Coast. It is in the afternoon though, so it might not be as dewy and stuff. So you got Freo mids against West Coast. Andy's sort of not really presenting himself as a captain at the moment. He's another one just going, but the fixture's nice. Sarong I can see doing well, but his ceiling isn't quite there this year. But if it's going to be there, it might be this week. When he gets off the chain, he's bloody good. North and Geelong, like you can't really see Baz with confidence since coming back. Probably don't trust Dawson with the C. Butters is there. I think Butters is the one here because, yeah, showdown, that's pretty cool. We give up, like, the Crows midfield isn't that great at clearance, I think. Probably supporters might debate whether they want to crouch back in. I wouldn't mind just seeing it and seeing how it goes, crouch back in, because not a massive clearance team at the moment with who's in there. So I think that's, yeah, we saw Rao just dominate contested ball and clearances against us. So I think it's Butters, Richmond, Collingwood. I mean, it might be Nick here, Nick playing for Brownlow. So we have good options this week. Nick MCG against Richmond or Butters in the showdown. I feel like Butters scores well in showdowns. Yeah, not bad. But the difference is Port probably lose the showdown. I mean, they could get up for it with Ken and stuff. But they'll be, like, Crows will be favourites, whereas, yeah, this should be an easy win for Collingwood. So I'll probably favour that. And then, how's Gawn gone against Rowan? I reckon he's gone not bad. 110, 180. I think we'll do Bont into Nick this week. I like Butters if you have Butters, and I don't mind Gawn. And of course, you can always go Grundy, or maybe, like, is Ed Richards captainable? Probably against this team at Essendon. So that's how it goes. And yeah, we'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching, and see you guys next week.